Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm NFX and today we're back at Goodwood. This is the third race of the season and today I will be starting in P4 after qualifying a very measly 40-second qualifying lap. So here we go, we're about to get ready and start. There's a green flag and we're off racing. Right here we're getting super aggressive. The pack is very tightly closed together and I'm getting a little bump from behind, so not trying to fight, just trying to keep up and build a space with the people in front of me because I don't want to get caught up in any shenanigans or crashes. So as you can see here, the gentleman ahead of me is kind of slipping, so I know he's losing and or not having grip on the track as he goes a little wide here. So I do want to keep my distance and just make sure he knows that I'm there, just in case he crashes or he slips. So I'm just going to keep my space, also trying to push as hard as I can down this. And you can see here I go super deep, definitely not the ideal racing line here, but I do get a better second corner apex, but the person in front of me just had so much more speed in these next few corners. And you'll kind of see me and what I do afterwards and how I kind of made up for that in the next few. But as you can see here, the person in third is losing a little bit of grip, so you can see here he doesn't want to hit this guy in second, so he goes a little wide, looking maybe to pick up more speed down the straight, especially going to this last right-hander going down this straight. So as you can see here, I just try my best to trail him. I think the guy in second does wave him. I don't know if it was an apology or maybe he was looking to telling him to pass, but as you can see here, just getting a little bit better exit off the second corner, and I see this little gap and opening and I just squeeze myself to the inside just enough to get that third position and try to, work my way up the grid here. So I know I'm a little slower than the guy behind me, so my goal here is try to keep him behind as much as possible while trying to catch up with the person in second place. As you can see, the person in first is just moving, so she's in a whole league of her own, and now it's kind of my race to catch up to P2 here. Going down into the third corner here, I'm getting so much speed out of these first and second corners that I actually am able to catch up, giving the person in P2 a little bump, just saying, hey, I'm just around the corner here and just know that I'm tailing you right now. Obviously not trying to be aggressive, just still friendly bump to let them know I'm there. So as you can see here, we're both very much pushing to our max, going down this last right-hander and down the straight into the first right. As you can see, I do super aggressive lines here, trying to get as much corner and exit speed out these corners, and then as well trying to catch up with the person in second position. As you can see here, the person in second kind of slips up on that last turn, and I go super deep. And what happens here is he does a switch back on me. So really great play, and obviously I know what to do next. So what's really cool is that you'll kind of see me do the same thing to him in the next turn, but at that point I was able to keep him at bay. So me and him are just brushing each other, a little bit of contact going back and forth, but I'm sure it's a little friendly and not too aggressive. But here we go again, down the first corner into the second, where I give him a little bit of tap as he goes a little wide, and into the third where I try to give him a little bit of a tap, but here he just has a little bit more speed than me, but he goes deep, I go in, do the switch back, give him a little bump, and the pass is not over yet. So I see he's going narrow, so I'm going to go a little wide just to get that much more speed from the outside and just being able to make this stick and then close the door on him right at this first corner. And I just am on the edge of hitting the grass here, but I'm waving my hands because your boy was cooking. That's all that matters. So here at this point we are close to finishing this race and trying to keep him right behind me, but in these next few corners I can feel their presence. They kind of give me a little bit of bump into this corner, and I kind of feel that they're right behind me, so I'm just looking over my shoulder, making sure, how close are they gonna overtake me, do I need to worry? And so I think at this point I take one more look behind me and I notice that they're both fighting, so I have less of a threat of them trying to overtake me in these next couple of laps. So here my goal is just to bring it home safely, but I can feel their presence and breathing down my neck, funny enough. So just making sure I'm getting tight lines, making sure that I'm following the racing line and being as optimal as possible. But everything is looking like I can secure this P2 for the rest of the race. So now what we have to do here is just try to bring it home. I'm not seeing anybody very close behind me, so I'm feeling a little bit safer than I was a little earlier. And you can see here the white flag is out, which means it's the last lap of the race. So I kind of do go a little bit aggressive, and you can see here I go a little bit over the grass / dirt and just, you know, totally compromising my corners on 2 and 3. But I don't think there's much of a threat here from P3 or P4, so just trying to bring it back. As you can see here, P1 and P10 are fighting it out. I think P10 was trying to defend for some reason to P1, and I know P1 is definitely not trying to, you know, pick a fight, especially on the last lap of the race. So there you go, that is the checkered flag, and that's pretty much the race. So doing a little bit of a slide, a little bit of a victory spin, so that was great. But yeah, I just want to say that if you enjoyed, please subscribe, and I look forward to uploading more content in the future. So thanks so much, and take care.